Hello and welcome back to WION World is One. I'm Kanishka Sarkar and you have tuned into Speed News. Over the next half an hour, we'll talk about all the stories making headlines at this hour. Let's get started. Russia's defense ministry has claimed its air defenses shot down 660 Ukrainian drones overnight, marking one of the largest reported drone attacks since the conflict began. The drones were intercepted across multiple regions, including Moscow and the annexed Crimea. Moscow's mayor said 47 drones heading toward the capital were destroyed, with no immediate reports of casualties. A major fire has broken out at warehouse facilities in Kyiv following a fresh wave of Russian ballistic missile attacks, injuring 2 people. Authorities say the overnight strike sparked a large blaze in the capital, prompting firefighters to battle the racing flames. Russia's foreign ministry says it will expel Romania's Consul General and order the closure of Romania's consulate in St. Petersburg. Russia says the move is in protest against Romania's decision to close its consulate in Constanta. Russia's foreign ministry has summoned the Romanian ambassador to Russia to protest against Bucharest's move. Romania says the decision comes after a Russian drone struck an apartment building in the city of Galati during an overnight attack on neighboring Ukraine.
Why are you willing to escalate?
In Bahrain, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has dismissed Russian claims that the United States failed to honor an agreement allegedly reached in Alaska over the war in Ukraine. Speaking to reporters, Rubio said there was no agreement, only a proposal, and added that the United States remains ready to support efforts aimed at achieving a lasting end to the conflict. Rescuers are continuing to search through the rubble after 2 powerful earthquakes struck northern Venezuela. Venezuela's health minister has said that at least 235 people have been killed and 4,300 injured, with hundreds believed trapped and thousands displaced. Emergency crews are racing to reach survivors as rescue operations continue in the hardest hit areas. Satellite images show the scale of devastation along Venezuela's coastline, with before and after views of La Guaira, revealing widespread destruction in one of the hardest hit areas. U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States will provide aid to earthquake-ravaged Venezuela. He also claimed that taking over Venezuela was done in less than a day and that oil is now flowing. He added that following the massive earthquakes, he will support relief efforts. IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi has called for a very strong verification system in Iran following the West Asia conflict to ensure the country does not develop nuclear weapons. He said the aim of ongoing US-Iran discussions is to prevent nuclear weapons development, stressing that while Iran has denied such intentions, assurances alone are not sufficient. He added that talks on Iran's uranium stockpile remain in early stages, with further engagement expected in the coming period. Israel says it has no timetable for withdrawing forces from Lebanon, Gaza and Syria, as Defense Minister Israel Katz and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insist troops will remain as long as necessary. The statement comes amid ongoing talks involving Israel and Lebanon. Katz and Israel must maintain a security presence in Lebanon, Syria and Gaza to protect his communities from what he described as jihadist threats. UN's Maritime Agency has paused efforts to evacuate thousands of mariners stranded in the Strait of Hormuz after a ship was reportedly struck near Oman. Multiple reports citing a US official suggested that the cargo vessel was hit by an Iranian drone. Iran has not claimed responsibility for any such action. The pause in evacuation operation comes days after the International Maritime Organization said that an agreement between the US and Iran had opened the way for evacuation of more than 11,000 stranded seafarers from the Persian Gulf region. The British Maritime Security Agency, UKMTO, said that a cargo ship was hit on the starboard side by an unknown projectile, causing damage to the bridge but reporting no casualties. The United Nations Security Council has unanimously renewed the UN Disengagement Observer Force peacekeeping mission in the Golan Heights. The Council reaffirmed the 1974 disengagement agreement, stressing the need for full respect of its terms and the prohibition of any military presence in the separation zone. Syria's UN representative, Ibrahim Olabi, welcomed the decision, saying it reinforces the validity of the agreement and the importance of upholding it. Democratic Republic of Congo's Ebola outbreak has intensified, with confirmed cases rising to 1,155 as health authorities struggle to contain the virus. Health officials say misinformation and distrust remain major challenges, with some communities resisting testing, treatment, and safe burial procedures. Authorities say containing the outbreak will require stronger community cooperation, improved security, and sustained international support. In neighboring Kenya, protests erupted over plans to build an Ebola quarantine facility for Americans, despite the Kenyan government's backing of the project. US President Donald Trump hosted a dinner for farmers at the White House Rose Garden after signing an agriculture-related executive order that's aimed at accelerating agricultural innovation and strengthening the US food supply. The order expands federal support for agricultural research and development, including increased investment in regenerative farming practices. Trump also highlighted a proposed $11.1 billion in assistance for farmers, part of a wider $88 billion supplemental funding request currently before Congress. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum received Spanish King Felipe at the National Palace, marking a gradual thaw in relations after years of diplomatic tension over their colonial history. The visit comes ahead of the Spain-Uruguay FIFA World Cup match in Guadalajara. Relations between the two countries have been strained since 2019, when Mexico's then president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, called for a formal apology from Spain for abuses committed during the colonial era. Tensions continued under Sheinbaum, who excluded the Spanish monarch from her 2024 inauguration after Spain declined to issue an apology. In a rare gesture earlier this year, King Felipe appeared to acknowledge Spain's colonial past during a visit to a museum exhibition in Madrid focused on indigenous Mexican women. Former Wydad Casablanca Football Club president Said Nassiri and former Eastern Regional official Abdenabi Bioui have been sentenced to 10 and 12 years in prison respectively in a major drug trafficking case known as the Escobar of Sahara. The verdict follows a 2-year trial linked to allegations of large-scale narcotics smuggling operations. Colombia's hard-right president-elect, Abelardo de la Espriella, says that democracy has been saved in his first speech since official results confirmed his electoral win. He won the tightly fought presidential election by less than a percentage point as Colombia endures its highest levels of violence in a decade. King Charles III will not move into Buckingham Palace following the completion of a $487 million refurbishment as the monarchy plans to increase public access to the historic building. Royal officials say the King and Queen Camilla will continue to carry out official duties from the palace, which will remain the ceremonial and operational centre of the monarchy, while continuing to reside at Clarence House. Officials describe Buckingham Palace as the monarchy headquarters and a key national landmark. The announcement was made during a briefing on royal finances, where it was also revealed that King Charles has become the first British monarch to disclose taxes he has paid, totaling £12.9 million in the 2024-25 financial year. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Seychelles from June 27th to 29 as guest of honor for the island nation's 50th Independence Day celebrations. The visit is expected to focus on strengthening India-Seychelles defense, development and regional cooperation ties. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Tariq Rahman met Chinese President Xi Jinping on the final day of his official visit to China. The trip, which ran through June 26, was Rahman's first overseas visit since taking office. During the meeting, Rahman said that the two sides had signed several agreements during his talks with Premier Li Qiang on Thursday. Rahman strongly reaffirmed Bangladesh's support for China's position on Taiwan, saying China's red line is also our red line. On to climate-related updates now. Tropical storm Mikala has brought torrential rain to southern Taiwan, forcing the closure of schools and workplaces, affecting more than 5 million people. In Japan, authorities issued flood and landslide warnings as heavy rain and strong winds battered western and southern regions, with evacuation orders affecting 2.2 million people and more than 100 flights cancelled. On to updates from the world of tech. Italy-based AI firm Domain will release a fully open-source artificial intelligence model within a year, aiming to reduce Europe's dependence on US and Chinese AI systems. The model will have more than 400 billion parameters, making it one of Europe's largest open-source AI projects. Domain said the AI will be free for companies and governments to run on their own infrastructure without relying on external cloud services. The project is backed by the European Commission and will use Europe's supercomputing network to train the model from scratch. Canada's TD Bank will use software to track how employees spend their time at work, raising fresh concerns over workplace privacy. The software will monitor activity on web browsers, internal chat platforms, and meeting apps to help managers track workflows and performance. Legal experts say Canadian workers have limited protection against digital workplace surveillance as the country's privacy laws remain weaker than those in the European Union. Apple has raised prices of its iPads, MacBooks, HomePods and Apple TV devices, citing sharply rising memory chip costs driven by the AI boom. The company said growing demand for memory chips used in AI data centers has pushed component prices to record levels, making it harder to absorb the extra cost. Apple said it had delayed price hikes for months but could no longer shield customers from the surge in chip prices. Starlink will provide free satellite internet service to users in Venezuela for a month after 2 earthquakes struck the country. The SpaceX-owned company said it is also working to quickly deploy Starlink terminals to restore internet connectivity in the worst-hit areas. Starlink announced the emergency support on X, saying it aims to help people stay connected during the recovery efforts. Paying users of Anthropic's AI chatbot Claude are growing rapidly. According to new data from credit card analytics firm Indagari, the report shows Claude's consumer revenue and paying users have risen about 75% since January 2026, as more people sign up for subscriptions and API services. Online learning platform DataCamp also said interest in Claude has surged, with demand for Claude courses now outpacing ChatGPT among self-learning users. IndiaMart plans to double its spending on AI tools every 6 months as it steps up efforts to remove fake listings and improve content checks on its platform. The online marketplace said it is using AI to detect fake seller accounts and introducing real-time voice-to-text tools to speed up buyer requests. The company said AI is also helping filter harmful or illegal listings, including counterfeit products, while supporting its goal of expanding to 1 million sellers. On to updates from the world of business. Tokyo's core inflation stayed below the Bank of Japan's 2% target for a 5th straight month in June, though price growth edged slightly higher from the previous month. The latest figures suggest inflationary pressures remain subdued but persistent. The data reinforces expectations that the central bank will continue its cautious, gradual approach to any future interest rate hikes. Policymakers are closely watching underlying inflation trends and wage growth as they assess the timing and scale of any further monetary policy tightening. Samsung Electronics is reportedly preparing a record investment plan of up to 1,000 trillion won, that is about $648 billion, over the coming decades, marking one of the largest corporate spending commitments in South Korea's history. The strategy is aimed at significantly expanding semiconductor manufacturing capacity while also accelerating research and development in advanced technologies. The investment is expected to strengthen Samsung's leadership in global chip industry and reinforce South Korea's position in the fast-growing race for artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, and next-generation innovation. New York City has voted to freeze rents on nearly 1 million rent-stabilized apartments, marking a major policy win for Mayor Zoran Mamdani. The decision follows strong support from tenant groups despite opposition from landlord representatives who warned the move undermines the independence of the rent board. The freeze comes as housing costs continue to rise, with Manhattan rents recently hitting record highs and vacancy rates falling to multi-year lows, intensifying the city's affordability debate. On to updates from the world of sports now. Ecuador stunned Germany 2-1 to secure a place in World Cup round of 32, with Gonzalo Plata scoring decisive goal in the 77th minute. While Ivory Coast defeated Curaçao 2-0, ending their impressive underdog run and qualifying for knockout stage. '26 FIFA World Cup action continues today. 2010 champions Spain face the inaugural World Cup winners Uruguay at the Guadalajara Stadium. They have clashed at the FIFA World Cup twice, with both games ending in a draw. Spain just need a draw to secure a spot in the round of 32. However, things are a bit more complicated for Uruguayans. With a victory needed to guarantee a spot in the last 32, Lamine Yamal will once again be the focus. The 18-year-old scored on his first World Cup start, which was a 4-0 victory over Saudi Arabia. This weekend's Austrian Grand Prix has been declared a heat hazard race by Formula One authorities. A race is judged a heat hazard when the temperature is forecast to exceed 31 degrees Celsius at any time the cars are scheduled to be on track. The ruling means drivers can use a cooling kit that flows cool liquid through a system of pipes in a fireproof top worn under the overalls. The cooling kit is not mandatory, but any driver who chooses not to use it has to carry 5 kg of ballast in their car to ensure a level playing field. Austria is the first race this season to be declared a heat hazard amid a heat wave across Europe. The highly anticipated Season 3 premiere of House of the Dragon has drawn an impressive 21.5 million global viewers in its first 3 days. According to the studio and Nelson, while the viewership numbers remain incredibly strong, they mark an 8% dip from the Season 2 premiere, which brought 23.4 million viewers during its opening weekend. The 8-episode third season will continue dropping new episodes every Sunday leading up to the finale in August. Makers of Shrek have officially set a release date for the much-anticipated spin-off Donkey. It is slated to hit theaters on June 30th, 2028. The film will see Eddie Murphy reprise his iconic voice role, arriving exactly 1 year after the planned release of Shrek 5 in 2027. The spin-off will explore the character's origin story. Directed by Charlie Bean and Matt Flynn, Donkey is poised to expand the beloved animated franchise. Academy Award-winning composer A.R. Rahman has been awarded the Golden Plate Award at the 56th International Achievement Summit in Washington, D.C. It was presented by filmmaker Peter Jackson. The award is one of the American Academy of Achievement's highest honors. While expressing his gratitude, Rahman said, and I quote him here, "It wouldn't have been possible without the people of India," unquote.